The very first qualification was, okay, you're 5 yards away from the target. You're taking 3 shots, stepping to the left, take another 3 shots. So like stuff like that, and it gets progressively harder. And so 4 of the people just had never shot a gun before, and just they weren't comfortable. They were really nervous around it, and I think they got in their own heads. And I mean, you get multiple tries. It's not like, okay, you have one try to nail this qualification or you're out. Like they give you, there's 5 attempts at the qualification. You have to pass 3 of them. And then if you don't pass, so you kind of get, I guess you do kind of get a retake in firearms. If you don't pass a qualification, they'll do 20 minutes of remedial training with you where they take you aside by yourself, the instructor, and they'll run through it. They'll like try and like watch you, see what you're doing wrong. And then you get um, another attempt at the qualification. And if you don't pass it that time after the remedial training, then you're out. And so we had 4 people that failed through firearms because they just couldn't qualify.
Oh, that makes a lot
Damn.
more sense, I guess. In my mind, I was just like, pick up firearm, hit target, end of
Yeah.
situation. I didn't realize it was kind of like obstacle coursey type of a deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely
Some of
makes
them.
sense. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm glad the vetting process is so
Yeah.
thorough. No part of me doubted you at all. So it was just funny because you had mentioned like a couple people that you were like, I really hope they don't make it through. I don't think they would make good cops. And I'm sure that those are the people that are like dropping like flies at this point.
Like 100%. Everyone that I was worried about when we started the academy are now gone, and I am much happier.
Boom. There you go. No, that's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Really proud of you. Way to stick with it.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear some losers washed out. Like that's happens in the army too. Everybody's life got easier when we got rid of a couple of dipshits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely. I think and I'm not the only one that feels that way too. Like the rest of the people in the class that I've gotten close to, like we've talked about, and we're like, yeah, we're pretty happy they're gone because like there was there were definitely some people that I was like, you're gonna be my zone partner one day, and my life might be in your hands, and I don't fucking trust you to save my life. And they're gone now, so I'm fine with that.
That's one of those no, you go first type of situations.
I'll back you up. You don't back me up.
Exactly. But then you got to back up some shit stick doing it the wrong way.
No, it's going good. We're like 5 weeks out from taking our state licensing exam and getting sworn. So we're getting real close. It's kind of flown by pretty quick. 6 months does not feel like it's almost been 6 months.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking wild. Like I said, really proud of you. Way to
Yeah.
crush it and get through this course. And what's it gonna look like on the other side, man? Do you like are you basically guaranteed a job coming out of all of the training, or do they take time to like place you? And are you gonna like be in Sanford, or do you think you're gonna have to like relocate somewhere nearby?
Oh, so yeah, I'm guaranteed a job because it's a sponsorship program from the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. So like that's why it's part of the reason why the vetting process is so intense is because it's like the sheriff's office is paying me to be like, okay, we're putting you through training, we're paying you a wage while you're in training, like in the academy. So like we're taking a risk on you, don't fuck it up. So yeah, as long as I pass and I, pass my state licensing exam, um, I have a guaranteed job. We have a month long of like in service, like orientation type training after the academy. So they just kind of like re go over all the stuff that we went through just to like make it fresh in our minds because it's been 6 months of intense training. So they're like, all right, we're gonna run through it in this one month, touch on everything, make sure you're still fresh in your head. And then I go to field training, which is 3 to 4 months, where I'm with a field training deputy. So like I'm out on the road on patrol with a trainer, and we drive around. We take calls for service. So if anyone calls 911, we're responding to that. Traffic enforcement, stuff like that. And then after those 4 months, I'm on my own. Well, in my own car, on my own. But there's always backup, like 5-10 minutes away if I need it. But I might not be in Sanford, but I'll be close by, within probably like 20 minutes of my house. Seminole County's not too massive, so I might get put in a different area outside of Sanford, but I'll still be close by.
That's cool. That's cool.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
What's up, man?
It's all right. Anthony isn't here yet. You're not the
No.
last one.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah, I mean,
sigh of relief when I saw that.
everybody can pretty much bank on that, let's be honest. Aside from like the one time in 4 years where he decided to show up like an hour and a half early and put himself in chat just to prove a point.
I
Yeah,
think I was.
we busted his balls pretty good, and then he had to prove a point. So
Well, there was the one time he showed up early to prove a point, punched out like 2 minutes before we were going to start, and then was the last one back on.
That's right.
I remember it being kind of a weird session, and it all started with Anthony being the first one in the chat. Like, what the fuck?
It definitely threw the vibe off. I think we all rolled like garbage all night.
Well, I guess while we wait for Anthony, what did he say? 10 minutes, something?
10 minutes, 6 minutes ago.
All right, all right.
Recap it up then, if
Yeah,
you're
let's
good
do
with
this. Okay, so recap. Last session began with our heroes riding down the river Styx on a magical boat in the Nine Hells. As they approached a bridge that blocked them from proceeding, they disembarked to find a small village on one side of said bridge and a large tavern on the other. As devils come and go about their day to day, the party sees a great abyss just beyond both the tavern and the village. An abyss the river Styx flows into and disappears. Seeking passage to the lower hells, they begin interacting with the locals. As they ask about, particularly in the Last Hope Tavern, they get the gist. 100 soul coins for safe transport to the next layer of the hells. They try looking for work in the nearby village and are quickly offered passage to the next layer if they first complete a most gruesome deed. They agreed. Locris volunteers himself and is subsequently torn asunder in a rather disturbing blood orgy ritual. After assuring their passage is played, Gladier returns Locris to life, and they all take refuge in Blade's magical manor, prepping for the next leg of their adventure, while also ensuring most of Locris's fresh new scars are thoroughly faded. And that is kind of where we are now. The following morning, you guys have all claimed your long rest, and you guys all kind of awake in your own quarters within Blade's magical manor. Several ethereal butlers silently waiting nearby to obey any of your commands. But that's where we're gonna start. So tell me kind of where you guys want to go from here. If anywhere.
I think
Locals.
I think Glader would be kind of still understandably concerned about Bokrus's mental health after that ordeal. So he'd probably like get up early and like tell all of the little ethereal butlers to make Locust's favorite like breakfast and everything, and just like have it like ready and waiting, and just be like kind of like sitting there with that like awkward like parent trying to, you know, be nice to their bullied kid kind of smile, like they know something's wrong, but they're not going to say anything. They're going to try and act normal, but it's really not acting normal, and just kind of be waiting for Locris.
As a couple of butlers bow and go to adhere to your commands, a couple more seem to float through the walls and stand ready at attention.
So I think Locris would have definitely been one of the last to wake up. Really got to sleep off that hangover. But after reflection, he just died really early on. So while he saw blood and gore and felt the vicious teeth tearing, he is blissfully unaware of what happened with the rest of his body and chooses to keep it that way. So he kind of jaunts down to breakfast. Pretty normal.
Now that's a man who's done therapy previously. He's come to terms with everything that's happened in his life.
That's funny right there. So, as these butlers prepare Locris's favorite breakfast, what is Locris's favorite breakfast? Just curious.
Oh, we're going to go a little off script. And I would say a creme brulee stuffed French toast with a side of nice crispy hash browns and scrambled eggs mixed with smoked cheddar and good old crispy Maplewood smoked bacon.
Well, I wasn't hungry before this, but I kind of am now.
Seriously.
With DM's permission, I would like to roll for Glader to see if he knows that.
Yeah, sure. Intelligence check.
Oh god, okay.
This is
Are
gonna
you
be
about to
rich.
love bomb Locris? This is so adorable.
All right, it's straight intelligence. Oh, I have a +0.
Oh, I knew.
That's a 9.
I'm going to say it's hard for you to really kind of glance past the giant plate of like steak and eggs and sausages and other various breakfast meats that they stack in front of you. You don't really even notice like Locris is around or what the hell anybody else is eating.
Yeah, I think Glader just would be in a not a panic, but like he'd be like fussing over like trying to have this ready. So like he would just be like, he would probably just say like, "All right, give me your basic breakfast shit, like eggs, sausages, hash browns, stuff like that," and completely not really realize that, oh, maybe that's not Locus's favorite food. But yeah, it's a thought that counts, right?
So, Blade, Renwick, are you attending this breakfast or you have something in particular to do?
I think Renwick probably comes down a little late. Um, I don't think he really said much with the whole like sacrifice of Locris and the strange resurrection. He was pretty quiet throughout the whole thing. Sort of some common themes that have popped up in the throughout our time together. A handful of different sacrifices, but like this was the first time that one of us actually died. And I think he's coming to terms with the fact that like yes, we did have somebody actually die and also sacrifice themselves nonetheless, but we have also amassed so much power that we can subvert death to a degree. Like we brought him back. And it's just a lot to take in. So I think he kind of takes his time getting up in the morning, and maybe in his room in the Magic Mansion, he's got like a, I don't know, a perpetual like bubble bath. And he sort of just sinks down into the bubble bath, like takes his eye patch off and submerges himself like deep within the bubbles and sits there, and it's almost like a calming sort of deprivation like uh deprivation tank kind of thing.
Sensory
Um
deprivation.
yes, thank you. And and he'll settle in and see if he can't commune now that we've grown a little closer, or I guess traveled a little closer to Nailigoth.
Okay, yeah. Are you casting a particular spell, or are you just like throwing up a prayer?
I just a Yeah, I don't have a specific spell for it. Just kind of a general, like, to see if I can tap in to the Kraken, or like sense what the Kraken is feeling as I'm drawing closer to this thing. I don't know if it'll work. I've done it in the past, and sometimes it yields nothing, and sometimes I have like a weird sense or vision. So I think, given how traumatic everything just happened was, and how we're getting, we're 2 layers closer to this devil. I think he's just basically searching for anything. He's clinging to this sort of omnipotence that's always looming over him.
Okay, yeah. Give me we'll call it a religion check, and I'll say if you're using the tub to kind of submerge yourself, you can make it with advantage.
Okay. I bought a new die on, or a new set of dice on Saturday. I'm gonna try some new stuff out. And that rolled a
Is that a picture of
12,
the dice?
but Old Faithful rolled a nat 20.
Wait, so what was the roll? 12 or not 20?
Well, you said with advantage, so it'd be a nat 20.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was confused for a second. It took me a minute. I'm distracted by all this food on that plate. It looks dope. Uh, sorry.
I've been watching that GIF on repeat. I get it.
So with a natural 20, what does it come out to? What's the actual score?
20.
Oh,
I
okay.
have
That's
no
terrible.
religion.
Okay, makes sense. So with a natural 20, you kind of tap in into this like kind of meditative state, and you realize that your eye kind of works both ways. As you meditate and focus, you can kind of see through the Kraken's eye for the time being. The Kraken is submerged in this dark, dark water, but all around it, spiraling up out of the ground, look to be these little yellow clusters of orbs. As you look closely, they seem almost as if are they eggs? You're not entirely sure, but it would seem so. But as you kind of focus on one of these orbs, you realize that it's a point of perspective almost from this great being, the Kraken, surrounded by maybe tens of thousands of these little orbs coming off in little strands, looking very similar to like seaweed, except for rather than a green leaf, it's a cluster of orange, almost eggs. But as you focus, as this Kraken focuses, this orb is a perspective from one of his wards on one of many, many worlds. And this Kraken is just kind of reaching around and looking around through all these orbs, trying to, just kind of checking in on his various wards. You see, an undersea battle in a world far away. You see someone selling a ship in a world that's very similar to Daanal Wisech. And as he peers around, you look in and he looks on Daanal Wisech. And through this orb, you see this massive, it's almost like a pearl standing, floating maybe 50 feet in the air, where a great castle used to be. A city around it just devastated. You see several archways of stone, about a dozen in total, kind of are made from a similar material as this marble. As the portals, these archways open portals, it's like a purple kind of rippling liquid, and stepping forth through these portals by the hundreds are these like almost like golems. They are made of iron, and they're humanoid in shape, but they're each unique. Some are skinny, some are heavy, some are short, some are tall. And they seem to carry their own skill set. Some of them have blades where other limbs should be battle axes, mounted crossbows. They seem to be built with just war in mind, and an army of what starts as hundreds but quickly moves to thousands, and then tens of thousands begins flooding all around. And you recognize this to be the king's city. This moon and Nerul's influence have built a vast army of animatronic warriors that are now kind of scourging the countryside of Tirna. Aside from that, you don't really get any. He does not seem to be focused on you or what you are doing. He's glancing through various worlds and checking in on other wards.
All right. That was exactly what I kind of hoped for. That was a sick visual, by the way. I could picture that so vividly. That's fucking sick and terrifying. So Renwick will sort of like after that, I imagine, as he sees this like invasion, he sort of snaps out of this trance and like pulls himself to the surface, and as he like breaches the surface of the water, he takes like a huge gasp and sort of sits back for a second, and you see like his kraken eye is sort of blinking and looking all around, and he slowly like catches his breath and pulls himself out and like dries off and puts on his clothes, just sort of staring off in the distance, and then he makes it his way down to breakfast, and I think just looks a little bit haunted as he sits down, and he's delivered a plate of biscuits with sausage gravy and a little bit of bacon on the side with some hot sauce and an iced coffee. And he sort of is just staring at the plate, kind of like vacantly eating.
And Blade, where do you find yourself this morning?
I think in kind of true Blade fashion, he's gonna kind of show up late a little bit, down to breakfast. Maybe come down this time instead of his normal adventure gear. He really kind of bouged it up a little bit, and maybe he's got like a nice like robe that he slept in. Something a little more fancy. Coming down, kind of as he's coming down the stairway to the dining hall area, he looks over and sees that Renwick looks pretty tired, and it's just like, oh, I thought, were the accommodations not right? Yeah, I can talk to the servants.
Oh no, they're quite lovely. I had a vision or a glimpse, a glare. I don't really know what it was. It was like I was seeing through the kraken, and it had all of these different wards. It could see all these different perspectives, and I I think Rule himself might not be here, but it seems that his armies have started to arrive. He's built an army of different animated warriors. They're like golems. I pray it's just a glimpse of the future and that it's not happening yet, but it's hard to tell. I'm just and he's just kind of like between sentences, he'll like take a bite and sort of like stare down at the plate. He doesn't even make eye contact with you. I think he's just shaken.
So yeah, Blade will like maybe sit down at the table and maybe next to Locris, and waiter will maybe pour him some coffee, and he'll be like, "Well, that sounds terrifying." And to maybe hopefully better news, Locris, how are you feeling?
Well, I died. I came back. I am sore and beat up to hell, but we came down here for a purpose. And he'll look over at Renwick. You saw some shit, but there's only one thing we could do about it, and we're doing it. So you can pick at your food moping, or you can focus on the task and slaughter some fucking demons. And now you have more than just your soul as a cost. And I'll use this as a chance to do inspiring leader to make sure everybody has 17 temp hit points.
Excellent.
And yeah, for the first time since he walked downstairs and sat down and started eating, he sort of takes a long pause and he sets the fork down, kind of stares at the plate, and he places like his hand against his mouth like he's deep in thought, and he just looks up at you and makes eye contact for a second and just gives you a firm nod. Says, you're right. We've been through a lot, and I I think we can handle this, but it must be with the utmost of brevity. I fear we don't have much time before his hold becomes too strong. He's moving fast, and it seems like his armies are vast.
Well,
Where
we're
the fuck
about a
is
quarter of the
Lotus?
way down. I don't know. He said he got a new prototype of the stir juicy or some shit like that.
Well, now's not really the time to start a small business. I appreciate his entrepreneurship, but we've kind of got bigger fish to fry right now.
I don't know. Apparently, the second floor just really got to him or something.
Logos, this morning, as you awake in Blade's magical manor, where do you find yourself?
They would look across the hall in the breakfast, wherever we're having breakfast at, and Logus is just talking shop with a demon there. I'm telling you, dude, yeah, they're animals, but they are amazing. I think if you and I really work together, we might have something here. And then, of course, he would notice his group come down. "Hey, we'll talk later. Uh, I'll come back and see you. And I'll dap him up and then join the party.
Did you say a demon?
Or whatever the hell's down here. Where are we having
Oh,
breakfast at? Oh,
in
that's right. We're in the.
it would be like a ethereal butler who gives you daps for sure.
Okay, then.
I was
Yeah. Ariel
confused for a
Butler.
second.
All right, to be one of Blade's butlers, and I'm just telling him about my future entrepreneur ventures, and then dap him up and then join the rest.
It's the one butler who's like a bro. He's got gauges for some reason.
Eh, You know, you're different, man. I like you. I imagine with my pretty high passive insight, I can probably tell that Renwick's bothered by something.
I'd say it's probably happened enough times. You're probably aware of, with your unnaturally high passive. I would say a close friend, kind of in duress. You pick that up for sure.
So I like sit down and just grab a biscuit and throw it, deck him right between the eyes. What's going on with you, bitch?
You almost killed me, bro. I was taking a drink when you said that shit. That was a rough one.
Just met with silence.
Oh, come on, pouty face. I know something's bothering you. What happened? Tell the group. We've been through some shit.
Well, while you were off doing fuck all, I was informing everybody that it seems like Nehru's forces have at least landed here. They've potentially started taking over the land, and he's got an entire army of animated creatures. Uh, it seems like we need to move fast, or we might not have much to come home to.
Oh, damn, that is a bummer. Logus immediately takes on the silence of the group and kind of just falls into it with everyone else. Uh, are we all here? Should we get moving?
Sounds like we're on a time crunch, so probably.
Locus, how about a feast before we descend even further?
I did a feast last night.
Oh yeah, that's true. We'll say the spread that's cooked for you guys for breakfast was Logos's making.
Perfect. All right, we already got passage. Let's just go see what the hell the third floor has in store for us. Sean, what would I know about the third level?
Give me a, say, a knowledge history or a knowledge religion check. I'll say you can make it with advantage because you have source material. If you're gonna take a few minutes to maybe crack open a book and flip through a few pages.
24.
Yeah, it's lust number two. No.
Yes.
You would know that sometimes the layers of hell kind of change between like what demon or devil happens to be ruling it. So it's just more of like a general guide of what you can expect on the next level. But each level has themes, and not only themes that are kind of based around the devil's powers, but also like theme of like the damned souls that are being punished there for whatever reason, lust, obviously the lustful, and lusty demons like succubus and incubus. But the next level is a combination of greed and gluttony. It is a bit of a mixed theme, and it varies. There are, wide array of tales of it's a whole landscape essentially. Like there's volcanoes in one spot, there's an ocean in another. It's kind of like a wild landscape.
All right, so real
But
quick.
one thing you would definitely know is that it is riddled with fierce storms, and the overlying theme is greed and or gluttony.
Okay, I would just share that with everybody. Next level, people are going to be coming for your shit, whether it's your food, your items, hell, maybe even eat the flesh off your bones. So, uh, trust nobody and be careful. Might make your ass greedy too. Everyone ready to go?
Hell
I,
yeah.
I don't think we should waste any more time than we have to.
Gladiator, would you like me to hold on to your money for you? Uh, Seeing as they might be looking to steal. I mean, not exactly the best to hold your own coin.
This is actually a good time to ask who actually has his coin purse at this point, because we steal it from him constantly. Should we just roll to see if he has it or not? And then if he doesn't have it, we roll to see who snatched it from him?
Yeah,
Because
I have no
canonically,
idea
we've
who
just
has it.
stolen it constantly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys do kind of get up to some shenanigans, I guess. Let's roll a. We'll call it a D100. I'll assign 20 points to each of you. So yeah, somebody roll a D100. See if Gladiator has his own purse. I'm gonna say Gladiator has his own coin purse if it's between 20 and 40.
It's only fair that Gladiator rolled it.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Give me
Nope,
one sec.
never mind.
For
Locust rolled it, and
I
you don't have
didn't.
your
I
coin
didn't know
purse.
you were
Oh,
gonna
okay.
do that.
That's fine.
for whatever weird reason, Locris actually has your coin purse, Gladiator.
I stole it off Gladiator and put it in Locris's pack.
Dude, while you were checking on him, he snatched it off of you over breakfast.
When you were fucking reviving him, he just took your coin purse.
I will accept that as canon, and I will say nothing about it.
Hey, Glitter's back. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that's not a bad idea. Maybe, Renwick, you can hold it in your bag of holding. I'll just get it right. Wait, where? God damn it! Did you guys steal my coin purse again?
Believe it or not, it wasn't me this time.
I don't believe you.
I already put it in my bag of holding.
Insight check on Logos.
Logos or Locris?
Logos.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
What do I roll deception or what is it?
Are you trying to lie or are you trying to tell the truth?
I
An
I guess
11.
I'll be a little.
I think you could roll a 2 and still beat me. I
I have
rolled
a
an
plus
11.
4 to deception, so
Uh,
yeah. No, I
Deception.
rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. All right. So if you don't have it, who has it? Renwick?
Locris just said he had it. You can't hear it now or what?
Yeah,
No, he
oh
said
sure.
he
Look at the
wasn't going to tell
halfling and
anyone.
accuse him of being a thief. How dare you?
I know.
In my
Racist
defense,
Gladiator.
I accused Logos first.
Yes, the fact that I, being recently deceased and brought back, could still manage to pickpocket you means it needed to be safely kept from you.
Oh, well, that's fair. Just hold on to it, and if I need anything, I'll just ask you.
Perfect. And we make our way to the bridge keeper.
All right, you guys pop out of Blade's magical manor and find yourselves in an old yurt, blood-stained dirt floors, and a chipped a stool that's missing a leg, kind of in the center of the room, and that's it. As you guys kind of exit the yurt and make your way to across the bridge to the podium where this edging devil kind of stares you down. He bites his lip as you guys approach. Oh, you ready, guys?
Yes, you can lead the way.
As he goes to turn around, Renwick's going to use prestidigitation to just have a gentle breeze as if somebody was blowing on his ear sort of drift by.
The devil walks takes two deep, real heavy steps, 2 steps towards the bridge. Full chub, full chub. You can definitely tell. And he, as he takes those steps, a small, like stone podium slowly shifts up out of the ground. And as it comes to rest, a small switch is upon it. He gives it a single flick with a single finger, and the podium slowly descends. And as he does so, out of this abyss, off in this like roiling darkness, comes it looks like a platform. A couple of cables seem to shoot out of the darkness and stick to the wall, and this platform comes coasting in. As it gets closer, it kind of cleans up the cables behind it. It is not a platform proper. It is a large, like demon spider that happens to have a relatively flat abdomen. And as it comes closer, it kind of positions itself on the this sheer drop that's straight down into the darkness, kind of like full like 180, full 90, whatever it is, of the cliffside. It positions itself just right to where its abdomen is a platform, and it is able to crawl up and down the mysterious cave wall leading down into the abyss. As it does this, it's about a 10 by 15 platform. You all have a bit of room, but it's standing room only essentially. I mean, you guys could shuffle around and probably rest if you needed to. Actually, it's not too bad, but it's close quarters. Have fun, mortals. Probably won't see you again. He waves as you guys kind of step onto this spider-like contraption, and it begins descending into the darkness of the abyss. So you can't see the far wall, you can't see any sign of a ceiling or roof, or you can't see how far down this abyss goes. But this creature just, instinctively continues to climb downward. And as you guys are basically enshrouded in total darkness, you guys travel this way for a long time. You guys are on this small, like, moving platform for upwards of like 12 hours. I will say that I know you guys just took a long rest. However, there is absolutely time for a second long rest, as this is a very long and tedious kind of venture down. Mostly because I know Locris needs to put another notch in his belt for that.
Yes, that helps. That brings my punishment down to a -2.
All right. So, as you guys descend and have descended for an obnoxious amount of time, 11, 12 hours or so, finally, from you get some sense of walls. As this creature descends, it's not big. It's maybe 50 by 60-foot tunnel, but it's a tunnel. You can see the other side. You can see your immediate surroundings, despite the relative darkness. I'm gonna say at this point, go ahead and give me. Let's cash in on a perception check. I'm gonna say a couple of you can make the we'll say who's like looking out after 12 hours. I imagine not all of you are on high alert, so we'll say like who would be taking, say, like third shift in a long rest type of a situation. Give me a couple of perception checks.
I'd imagine
Say,
Logus would take
Chris.
first. will take the first because I only need 4 hours for long rest. So I'll take those 4 hours and then just be there for the last eight.
That makes sense.
Locust would definitely be sleeping.
All right, Logos is probably all we need. Let's see. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Logos.
27.
Nice. So as you get down into this tunnel, one thing you notice is that this creature was previously traveling on this very black rock, this like hard obsidian of some kind. And once it enters the tunnel, the topography kind of changes. It looks like stone at first, but it's like shiny. And you, after a glance or two, you realize that this tube you're going in is like slimed. It is, both. All of the walls are covered in like a thick, like almost like mucus as you guys continue downward. And as this creature continues downward still, you also notice that the walls seem to be pulsing, almost in a fashion as if the walls themselves are breathing in and out. And finally, cutting through the darkness, off in the distance, is the palest green light, and you are quickly approaching it.
Lois would try to use like like I don't know, use something, maybe his bow, the end of his bow to kind of poke the wall, see if anything happens.
Um, Go ahead and yeah, I'm just gonna give you this one. You pull an arrow out and do a quick jab into the wall, and a portion of the wall shudders. And when you pull your arrow back out, it's covered in blood.
Oh, well, I didn't think that was gonna happen. So it seems whatever we're in is alive, and I just stabbed it. I'm just
I'm gonna
talking out loud. Wow.
I'm gonna say at this point, everybody roll initiative.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no.
Probably
Oops.
because you stabbed it.
Oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Oh, nothing.
I rolled a 17.
Same. Twins.
God, that's how you know I rolled a dog shit. I'm the same as Gladier. God damn
Rude.
it.
I got a big old 8.
All right, Blades at 11. Where you at, Renwick? Holy shit, Renwick's on his own point.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll take the back.
Oh, you always take the back.
Not always.
I can, if there's one roll I can guarantee I will roll terrible on, it's always initiative, man. I don't know why. Lucky you guys, though. Okay, so top of the round, Renwick. You are you see the walls kind of closing in around. You see that this tunnel that you guys are kind of traveling through, and shortly after, Logos pricks the wall and plucks his arrow back and sees that there's a bit of blood on it. The walls kind of shudder just a bit, and you being first to act, you see far, far below you what appears to be a faint green light gets a bit brighter because it's getting a bit closer. And as it kind of rushes up this tube, you see what appears to be a green glowing liquid, roughly 250 feet beneath this platform. And the spider like platform, as it's crawling along, once the shutter happens, it freezes into place and all of its legs dig in. Its legs, its fangs, and its understinger. They all dig into the wall as to not be shook from it. But the platform stops. So, you are kind of first to act. I'm gonna drop a bit of a. It's not a perfect circle, but neither is the tunnel you're in. So you're on this small platform with your allies. You are about 250 feet above this roiling green liquid. Tell me how you
I
proceed.
I would I would like to push Logus off for doing that.
Okay.
No, I don't know how to react to this. All I can do is stab things, and stab things makes things angry. So, uh, can I ready an action to just use my movement based on the party's reaction to this situation? Like if somebody is like, "We gotta bail," then I'll just I guess dash or disengage or whatever it might be.
Yeah, you ready some sort of movement. You're assessing the
Yeah.
scene, ready to move. Got it.
And I look back at Logus and I'm like, I just throw up my hands and like a big shrug and I'm like, I whisper like, "What the fuck?" And just stare at them like ready to run.
All right, moving on down. Logos, you are next to act.
So, could you give me a playthrough of what the hell we're looking at again?
Yeah. So you guys are all standing on this small platform in this tube that you are essentially traveling straight down in. And at about 250 feet below you is a roiling, bubbling, popping green liquid, and it seems to be rising. On top of that, your platform has completely stopped moving, as it was this spider creature. It is digs into the wall and does not move.
Well, shit. Let's see if I have something. Can I take a look? Is this a regular spider? Would this be considered a beast, or would this be a monster?
This is for sure a devilish fiend.
Fiend. Um, sorry, I'm looking through my spells real quick. I had something.
Yeah, and not yeah. As you kind of looking around, you do also see that this tube you are in seems to pulsate. It looks as if the walls themselves are breathing.
Well, let me ask you this. I do have charm monster prepared. Would this work on this thing?
I
One creature you can see within range makes a wisdom saving throw. Charm creature is friendly. This is a charm condition. I don't know if this would be considered a monster since it's a giant spider.
um I think monster is a specific category in the monster manual. Or am I mistaken? There's like a monstrous beasts type of situation. Let me grab my monster manual real quick.
I think the Minotaur is considered a monstrous beast or a monstrosity.
Can it be about? I guess the question would be: can it a fiendish spider? Would that be considered a fiend monster or a fiend beast or just a fiend?
I'm gonna
I
say it's
think it's
just
just
a
considered a
fiend.
fiend.
Yeah, just a fiend. You know, flipping through the book, I'm gonna say it is technically a sort of monster. So we will give it a shot. It does have obscenely good saving throws against magic, though. I get advantage and a nice hefty plus, so we'll probably roll it out.
Well, I also want to. I even if it doesn't work, Logus will try to placate. Really ham it up that it was an accident. It was out of curiosity, and it didn't. I didn't intend to harm it.
Oh, are you talking about the spider?
Yeah, whatever is. Yeah,
You
whatever is.
actually just stuck your arrow in the wall. The spider itself did not reacted to the wall reacting to your poke.
Oh, so this fucking wall is something different.
Correct. It would seem this spider-like platform is a different creature altogether.
Jesus. So you're allowing me to roll against charming the wall.
No, I was rolling. I was allowing you to charm the spider.
I okay. I do speak abyssal. Can I use a free action to try and speak to this thing, to the wall?
um, yeah, if you'd like.
Or I could use an action if you want me to. I just want to infer that this was an accident, an unintentional. I was curious and didn't mean harm.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Luckily, I got decent insight. We're looking at a 22 total.
I'm gonna say, given your general surrounding and your general knowledge of nature and animals and things, you realize that this is a very very large creature, whatever it is, and you would be fairly small, and it would almost appear like you are also in this thing's digestive tract. Scream or holler or shout as you may, it is highly unlikely that this thing hears you. So essentially, you elicit no response from a sincere apology.
Not even the spider react in any way.
Not even the spider. The spider has dug himself into the wall, bracing itself for the shaking that is going down. But the legs, the jaws, and the stinger are all buried in the side of this wall as it braces itself.
Okay. Could I make up another perception check and see if where this platform was going, is there a path down below or something that was leading us to, or if there's anything of like that nature?
I'll say a quick survey of the battlefield. The tube goes straight down into this bubbling green, boiling liquid, and it doesn't seem to be following a track or anything. It was just kind of traveling of its own direction.
Uh, I'm out of idea, guys. Okay. One last thing. I'm gonna take an arrow, just an extra arrow, and drop it into the liquid see what happens. If it like starts to deteriorate or disintegrate, whatever in the liquid.
You drop the. Logos, you're fucking shit up with your arrows today, bro. you
I'm at a loss here, man.
you drop your arrow into the mysterious liquid below, and seconds before it hits, an ethereal, ghostly hand reaches up from the liquid and catches the arrow. As it does, this a face emerges from the liquid below. Several faces, and they all look up. It looks like some of their flesh is being eaten off of them. They are a mixture between healthy flesh that is getting eaten away, and raw bone, and what seems to just flow around their bodies randomly, in a constant state of deteriorating. And as they look up and see you guys dangling, they all point and scream, and they begin wailing out, "Gold! We need gold!" Another calls out, "Shoes! I could use the shoes!" Another, "Food! Feed me!" Another, "There's weapons!" Another, "Flesh!" Another, "Armor!" And they all begin reaching up as if, trying to escape this liquid. And three or four of them begin skittering up the walls fast, like they move like exorcist style, very spider-like themselves, and they begin ascending the tunnel to your platform. So right now they're just ascending. They're about 250 feet down.
You know, Lucas, I just died. I really wasn't looking forward to doing it again so quickly.
Yeah, can I try to pickpocket his quiver?
You're gonna pickpocket me who can see everything.
Yeah, I still have a decent fucking sleight of hand.
Would it be
I
against
might
an
be the only
active
person.
perception or passive?
I'm gonna say passive. You're not really expecting your friend to swipe it. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand there, Renwick.
Oh, I have my gloves of thievery too.
His
So that's a
passive is
little.
pretty high. What is it, like 25, Logos?
32.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's gonna be rather difficult. Uh, let me see here. I'm sorry, I didn't expect this to actually go. It was mostly a joke, but now I kind of want to see if I can do it because it's gonna fuck shit up. Still fucking 15, so it still has to be a nat 20 with a 32. Yeah, I didn't hit it. Worth a shot.
I
You
imagine
swat
I
my
would.
hand away, but you
Yeah,
don't. You get the impression. Like I was like, no more arrows. For the love of God, stop doing things with arrows.
I like swat your hand away. I'd be like, look, if you needed an arrow here, just hand him an arrow and accidentally drop it into the acid again.
All right.
Uh, I'm not. Any ideas, guys? I can fly us out of here, or I'm not sure.
Oh, that's go. What you buried the lead on
Well,
that one? What the fuck are you talking about?
we're in
You
initiative. You really don't have plan time there, Logan.
Yeah, you definitely got only a few seconds to figure out what your plan is.
Then I guess I'm gonna do what I do best and just attack at the ones that are crawling up
Okay,
because I
yeah.
don't like that.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls. Does 200 is 250 feet in your range? I think it is. You have a weird feat, don't you?
I have sharpshooter, but I have a range of 600 feet.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, go ahead and take some shots at these guys.
Let me double check and make sure. Yeah, attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on range weapon attacks, and I have a range of 600 feet.
Noise.
So first attack, we're looking at a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Second attack, we're looking at 23 to hit.
Also hits for sure.
And third attack with my Dread Ambusher is 25 to hit.
Yep, for sure.
So we're looking at 8 points from the first one, 6 points from the second one, and 11 points from the third. And I'll let that go, and then I will hold my bonus action to see what happens after it gets hit.
Your arrows find purchase. You stick it into this kind of like almost like decomposing corpse that seems to be regenerating almost as fast as it's decomposing. And your arrows land true. It slows it down, but it's after missing a step or two, finds pace and continues to travel upward.
All right, then. Well, I will bonus action Starry Form Archer, and I'll shoot a radiant arrow with my bonus action.
Okay, for sure. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Looking at 25 again, and this one is 11 points of radiant damage.
As your fourth arrow crashes down on this creature, you've kind of hit the damage threshold and it fails. The creature does not, it's taken too many hits. It's slipped here and there, and after a significant amount of damage, it seems to affect its ability to climb. And one of these four creatures scaling the walls actually falls back into the bubbling liquid.
Okay. That's on my turn. I'll kind of move away from the ledge and let somebody else get up if that's what they're gonna do, and just kind of tell her, they can get hurt. Not sure what we're supposed to do here, but don't want them reaching the platform. And that'll be my turn.
All right. So next up is Gladier. As you're kind of taking stock of the situation, how do you proceed? I'll send an updated pic real quick. All right. So Logus straight up just dropped one of these creatures scaling the walls, but a few more continue to do so, and you're stuck in this like breathing mucus covered tube.
Nope. Sorry. Well, I heard all of them begging for offerings. So, think I don't have my coin purse. It's with Locris. I think I
That's
have
funny.
ration.
That's funny to me.
Well, shit. We don't have mounts anymore. I have a 7, 10 bag pounds of uh, feed for a mount. Can I use my action to drop however many I can within that time period into this boiling, bubbling digestive fluids or whatever it is.
You want to drop it into the liquid below?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, 10 pounds
Why
of
not?
feed's probably just one decent sized sack. So yeah, you could toss it over if you'd like.
All right. How many could I get out? Probably only one in like the 6 seconds of an action or whatever. Because I have seven.
You have seven of them.
Yes, I have 70 pounds worth of feed, and it says quantity seven. So I'm assuming each piece is like 10 pound, like a 10 pound sack. I guess I don't know why I bought so much fucking mount horse feed, whatever.
I'm gonna
But I had
say
it in my inventory.
that's why. I'm gonna say one will be a free action. I'll let you throw another for your bonus and another for your standard. So if you burn your whole turn on it, you could chuck 3 bags this turn.
All right. Yeah,
Are they ten
yeah. I'm
pound
just gonna.
bags or is it 170 pound bag?
There's seven, 10. I have seven 10 pound bags.
Okay, yeah. I'd say 3 per turn.
Yeah, so I guess he just like hears them um like begging for like all these ghouls or whatever they are, like begging for all this stuff, and he was like, oh, he heard food, and he was like, well, fuck, I don't have any food. So he just like reaches into his traveling pack and just tosses these 3 bags over. And
These
I'll use it as my turn. I don't got anything else. I don't have range for
okay.
anything else.
These sacks go sailing over, and as they hit this bubbling green liquid, they are fell upon by these people ravenously. You see them ripping the bags open and stuffing their faces with everything that they can get their hands on, and it's gone in a matter of seconds. And most of it seems to just fall through their person into the bubbling liquid and is then dissolved into nothingness. They eat everything, including the packaging, and then call out, more, more, more.
What the fuck? I don't know what to do.
All right, your movement's kind of limited, but you want to stay put? You want to just take a running
Right.
jump?
Jump into the endless pit. Um, let's see. Can I? The blade's kind of in the front there. Um, could I use my movement to like grab blade and just kind of like spin us around so he's against the wall? So we essentially just swap places. So
Yeah,
he's not like
your
right out there up front.
Blade's physique is not a match for yours. You could easily just put put a
I've
hand
been
on his
working on
shoulder and pull him backwards for sure.
Yeah, so I would just be like, all right, Blade, you probably don't want to be front and center, and just like swap us or like spin us around so he's not like right in direct line of sight of whatever the fuck these things are.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
All right, and that'll be my turn.
Moving on down from Gladier, that would be Blade. Gladier just kind of sets you aside as he puts you up against the wall, puts himself between you and this acid pit.
So I just want to make sure I'm getting like the visual right. So we're basically going down this mucousy tunnel. We are on the abdomen of this spider that is like flat, and these ghouls are coming up from this green, misty crappiness up the walls.
Correct. And there seems to be several dozen of these creatures just floating in the water below.
Um, let's see. Um, can I like maybe just do like an insight check on like the wound that was made on like the tunnel or like the I guess whatever part of this beast it is. Like just to kind of see if like that's really what's stirring it up, or maybe just see if there's something I can catch an eye on and be like, oh, maybe that's something that'll help it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I think I got a new feature that I want to try. Um, can I also? Yeah, I think. Well, I'm just gonna do the roll first. How about that? Yikes. Um, can I use my? I'm gonna use my, I guess, peerless skill ability to give myself inspo to buff that up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Roll some inspo for yourself.
It's 12 total.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. 12 total. You look at this small wound that Logos has made in the wall with one of his arrows. Seems pretty superficial. Seems very small. Kind of, I mean, he plunged it in there pretty quick, but a creature of this size, that seems minimal. Not even a single hit point of damage there. You're not sure why.
Hmm. Hmm. I guess. Um. Fuck, this is hard. I really don't know what to do. Maybe
This is
I
for my
will.
trolls and loot drop. I made shit super hard now.
I guess I'm going to. So these guys that are crawling on the walls are fairly far away still. You say like 200 something feet.
Yeah,
So I can't even
250
reach them.
feet. They are just now climbing out of the pool of acid.
Oh. I guess I don't know. I'm going to just for shits and giggles. Um, just gonna cast healing word on that wound. See if it does anything. I know it seems small, but maybe.
Yeah. How much do you heal it for?
16?
The wound heals immediately. Like it stops bleeding, and yeah, it's cured. 100% problem solved.
And I guess that was my bonus action. Can I still ready or hold an action or ready? I always get it crisscrossed.
Yeah, for sure. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Maybe as soon as one of the enemies gets close, I'd like to crack off a if they get close enough, a dissonant whispers.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
But other than that, I think I'm not sure what to do, and really don't want to move out in front of these my meat shields here.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, bringing up the almost the bottom of the round here. Locris, you are up.
All right, so the inside of this creature is shaking, but we need the spider to run.
It was more a solitary quiver. The walls aren't currently shaking. They just had like a pretty good quiver. But yeah, the platform spider did halt and dig in, bracing itself, and has not moved since.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a way to communicate with it, I don't think. Then I guess I would just wait to see what the spider does and hold an action on Eldritch Blast when the first creature gets within 120 feet.
All right, all right. And with that, these bringing up the bottom of the round. Sorry, I mislabeled that. Um, First thing that happens, let me roll in chat. Um, the oh, nope, I fucked that up. One more time. Okay. The first thing that happens is the acid begins flowing upwards. This puddle of acid gets closer and it moves 48 feet up. So we're looking at 202 feet. It takes these crawlers kind of with it. And as it kind of slows briefly, at least for the round, these crawlers take mad advantage of that. And they begin sprinting up the side of the walls, very spider like in nature. And they move an additional 60 feet. So what is that? 140. They are roughly 142 feet below, and they all call out various things. Gold, they have gold. Food, they have food. Treasure, look at their weapons. Mortals, they have flesh. And they all just like, there's a cacophony of people calling out essentially random items that they see on your person. That bringing to the bottom of the round, the spider begins to turn and shake. You guys realize at this point, if Logos's little arrow prick caused a stir, this spider is definitely causing a bigger one. While the prick of Logos's arrow only drew a bit of blood, You guys notice that this creature's legs, stinger, and mandibles are all fairly sharp, and they are all buried in the side of this wall, and the wall is bleeding profusely. This spider begins burrowing into the flesh of the wall and is essentially slowly, you guys are essentially slowly losing your platform. It is not a huge burrow, and this creature, as it moves forward, seems to be able to kind of close the flesh behind it. But essentially, your platform begins disappearing. You have one more round before the platform is gone completely. Top of the round, Renwick. What do you do from here?
That is a great question. I'm so torn. I'm fucking stumped, man. Like, I'm not built for this shit. um, I think he just calls back to the party and it's like, we've got to get a spider moving. And he kind of like leans over the side and pulls out his crossbow and he'll just launch an arrow down, or rather a bolt.
Okay, what are you shooting at exactly?
Uh, I'm gonna, I guess, crawler 4 makes the most sense. So I guess I would step like 5 feet to the edge of the spider's um, abdomen and then like kind of look over the side and shoot down at the number 4 thing crawling up the wall.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
And that's disadvantage, unfortunately, because it's just a light crossbow at range.
Yeah, it's a 200-foot shot, so.
Oh, well, I rolled 2 3s for a 14.
14, you actually shoot just in front of him and give him a very convenient handhold as you bury a crossbow bolt into the wall near him.
And Rhino just looks back and he goes, as fast as you can. Kind of looks back over the side, shrugs.
Renwick, as you look over the side, give me a perception check.
Okay. That is 26.
Nice. As you look over the side and you see this crawler just skittering up the wall, it's got its flesh kind of like melting off of it almost. As soon as the flesh melts off down to the bone, it seems to regrow, while other flesh elsewhere, follows a similar process. And it's this hefty lizard folk, and he is moving fast. And he spots you. Hey, best friend! I need food and gold and maybe a nibble on your flesh. Hello, best friend. It is me. We are friends. You should help me.
Fucking Aloysius.
So throw me the rope now. I will go with you, you know? That being said, is there anything else you need to do there, Renwick? You've got a little movement, I guess. You only took a 5-foot step.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just takes a 5 foot step back and just kind of looks at the party and shrugs. He's like, I don't know what to do. I can't get us down from here.
All right, moving on down. Logos, you are up.
I'm gonna take 50 gold out of my coin purse and drop it in. See what happens.
50 gold. I'm gonna say you're like right on the edge. If you take 50 gold and you drop it in, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. That's gonna be a straight roll for an 11 total.
As you throw 50 gold coins down, Aloysius, the damned spirit, as he's kind of climbing up the wall, he almost falls as he reaches out and snatches a few. He says, "Yes, my best friends, I love this." He stuffs the coins into his pocket, and he's wearing very tattered and eaten up clothes, and the coins fall from his pocket down to the acid pit below. The coins hitting the pit in general cause a bit of a frenzy as a bunch of these like crawler types that are just bathing in this acid pool begin fighting over gold coins, and soon they dissolve and are no more. Aloysius calls out to you, "Yes, yes, more! We need more!"
Uh, I will call back and say I will drop more if you can tell me what we have to do here.
Deal.
And
You tell me, I tell you, you know. You have to give us all of your stuff, everything you have, and let us nibble on you at least a little bit.
oh shit. I- I'm not sure, fellas. I think we just got to jump.
Yes, jump.
Yes.
I'm so scared. Uh, you know what? Locris sacrificed himself last one. Uh, all right, Aloysius, I'm gonna trust you. And
Yes,
Logis will
trust
just jump in.
Aloysius. Aloysius is most trustworthy best friend.
No, never mind. I'm not gonna jump in, dude. I'm scared.
The
Never
fucking
mind.
no,
Jump. It's nice.
That would be
Um,
stupid as hell.
it'd be
I think
funny.
we're supposed to. Well, the platform's about to go out anyways. I'm not sure what to do. Logis is just gonna he's gonna shoot at one of the other crawlers. Then fuck it. I chickened out, dude. I
All
don't want
right.
to die.
You shoot at Aloysius or one of the other crawlers?
One of the other ones, look at Aloysius.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
25,
Oh, that hits.
23, and then bonus action is 18.
Ooh, 18 just hits, but you got them all.
The first one is regular, that's 7 points. Second one is regular, that's 6 points. The bonus action is radiant, and we're looking at 8 points of radiant damage total.
Okay, not bad. A couple more arrows find purchase and definitely slow this creature down a step as it's trying to climb these walls, but it re-picks up pace after a moment.
And that'll be my turn. I'm not sure what we're supposed
All right, moving on down. Gladier, you are up.
All right, so if I remember correctly, this spider is that we're riding on. No. Sorry, I just scared my wife half to death.
You said spider too loud.
She thought I was talking about a spider in here. She thought I was talking to her. Um, So the spider we're riding on is getting sucked into the wall of this this living wall that we're currently in on.
Yeah, so it's not getting sucked into it. Rather than travel downward any longer, the spider appears to be burrowing into the flesh of the wall. However, it is not burrowing enough room for all of you, only itself. So the platform is essentially slowly being sucked into the wall, and you guys are losing footing. You will have no platform by the end of the round.
Okay. That's what I thought you said. Was hoping I was mishearing. Okay. So spiders burrowing in the wall. Uh nothing's nothing's really with I guess that is that number three kind of within reach of me. That's not the problem at hand. I don't care about the number three. Okay.
If he were higher, he would be within melee range for sure, but he's roughly 140 feet below you at the moment.
Okay. And I'm assuming this spider is going in head first into the wall. So like we're kind of like sitting on the what's it called, thorax.
Yes, the spider, you are definitely on the, what is it, the thorax, abdomen, whatever. You're on the arse of the spider, so it'll be the last thing that gets pulled through.
Okay. Fuck. I was gonna say I'll pull on its head, trying to like use rope to make some reins and yank him out, but uh yeah, I feel like we got to stay on the spider. I don't trust uh what's his name? Aloysius?
Oh, come on, man,
Loquacious?
that's fucked up. I thought we're best friends, you remember?
This all I can picture is fucking what's his name from Star Wars?
Watto, I
The
think.
Watto, yeah, the guy who owns Anakin. You sound just like
Identical.
yeah. Okay. Yes, I don't understand. Okay. Am I able to try in some? I want to keep the spider from burrowing deeper, so I don't know how I can position myself. Can I? Okay, I'm gonna scoot past Slade and Locris, so like, and put my back up against the wall and just kind of like dig my feet into the spider's thorax and then just try and like push and like literally like push him out, like stop him from burrowing and just use like straight strength, getting like that like wall sit squat position and just kind of like push my feet out to try and see if I can stop this spider from burrowing deeper and maybe buy us a little more time to try and figure out what to do.
Okay, go ahead and give me, call it a strength save.
All right, and I'll use whatever action, bonus action, full turn, movement, whatever, to try and do this because I don't think I can really do anything else right now. So I'm just going to focus on trying to buy us time. Strength saving throw to plus 11. Do. That's a 19.
Plus 11 or 19 total?
19 total. I did not roll high.
So as you kind of dig in and grip onto this spider's abdomen, thorax, whatever, as it presses into the wall further and further, it just kind of the wall is kind of a soft, like fatty, like substance, but it's you're not passing through it while the spider seems to be doing so. So it's kind of just like dragged you up against the wall and continues despite your efforts.
Okay. And what would you say that cost me?
I'm gonna say that was an action.
Okay. Um. Oh wait, do I have inventory? Where are you? Sorry, I'm on my phone today, so it's taking me just a tad longer to navigate my. I should have done this first. Damn it. Too late now. I have a potion of growth that I should have fucking used before I did that. Okay. But that also could have been counterproductive because then I'd weigh heavier. Maybe the spider doesn't like that. Um, bonus action? I don't know, man. Can I bonus action throw another bag of feed down to the ghouls?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
You kind of moved to get up to the wall, kind of adjacent to Locris. So if you want to throw another bag of feed, you'd be throwing it right in Aloysius's direction.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like panic toss it and wait. Do I have more feed? Oh no, that never mind. That's something else. Yeah. So I just kind of he just kind of like he's like trying to hold the spider back. He's like hearing these ghouls like call out for shit. He's seeing fucking Aloysius like crawling up. So he's just gonna like panic toss this 10-pound bag of feed and hopefully he inadvertently hit Aloysius in the face.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm actually pretty good at persuasion, so hopefully this actually fucking well. Uh, persuasion skills, persuasion 23.
As you chuck this bag of feed off the side, Aloysius spots it and full blown leaps off of the wall. And let me make a die roll here. He manages to catch the feed. So Aloysius springboards off of this wall, catches the feed, and he looks back at you. I knew we were best friends. And as he stuffs the food into his face, as fast as he could get it in there, it seems to just fall out holes on his ribs. But Aloysius' little stunt cost him his spot, and he slowly sails back down to the green liquid below. He's like, "Thank you," and then splash, into the acid, and a massive quarrel breaks out, of course, over his bag of feed.
Yeah, I think Glitter just chuckles softly to himself. And that'll probably be my turn. So I'm not going to move because I'm still going to. He would still be trying to stay put and stop this spider.
Okay. And
That'll be my turn.
moving on down, Blade, you are up.
Hmm. Oh God. Um,
Only two crawlers currently on their way up, but the bubbling liquid persists, and the spider platform burrows deeper into the flesh.
hmm. Um. So, do I get like the vibe that this spider is like scared? He's like running away.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
15.
I'll say with a 15, you're not really sure of the spider's intentions, but given how sharp its claws were and how far it traveled, you're pretty sure it was the creature that caused the irritation and not Logos's little pinprick of an arrow. This thing's got sharp teeth and claws and stingers, and it's it was traveling previous, but now it's burrowing. You're unsure of its intentions, but it seems very much like a parasite in a larger organism.
Okay, and this spider is pretty big, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, you guys are basically traveling on the top of it. So, like the platform, it's like a hard armored platform above, while the spider works away underneath. But yeah, it's like a 15 by 15 creature. It's pretty large. It is definitely it's considered huge, I do believe.
okay. Um, damn, that's not gonna work either. I guess. Fuck. Um, can I try? Um, God, can I just try like putting like foot in there to see if it does anything? I don't.
Your foot in where?
The bubbliness.
I'll say with a 15 insight, you are for sure the green liquid is acid.
Okay. Um, I guess. Is there anyone else's turn behind me, or am I the last one?
Locris is behind you.
All right. Um, I am going to. Um, oh man, fuck. Um, I guess I'm gonna bonus action inspire Locris. And I am going to uh, I don't know, maybe it's worth a shot. Can I'm gonna Blade's gonna kind of like have his like hand kind of glow, this kind of like silvery white, and I'm going to just kind of yell stop, and I guess cast power word stun on the spider.
Okay, what do you need from me?
It just so it's probably just gonna fail, but it says you overwhelm the mind of one of the creature that you can see within range. If the target has 150 hit points or fewer, it's has the stun condition. Otherwise, its speed is 0 until the start of your next turn.
It's just north of 150, man. Sorry.
Okay, so is I guess its speed is just 0 until the start of my next turn.
Okay, wait. Say that one more time. Okay.
So it says I can post a text, but it just says
Oh,
you
so
overwhelm.
it's not stunned. It's just speed is reduced to 0. Correct.
Correct. Yeah, and it can make a con save at the end of its turns.
Okay, makes sense.
Um, yeah, and that's all I got.
All right. So the after Blade, it is Locris. You are up.
All right. Am I able to see anywhere that would be safe for us? Should we lose this platform?
At a general glance of the battlefield, it would appear not. The walls are kind of rough. I mean, it would be possible to hang on the walls, but there's no other like stable platform. You guys would definitely be climbing at that point.
Okay, so we have acid below us with undead crawling out of it. Uh, Not really anything open left, right, but whatever the spider track was taking us, now the spider's disappearing, correct?
Yes, the spider has partially burrowed through this like flesh. You know, it's. I'll say, probably at this point, being close to the end of the round, I would say the spider is probably more than halfway. It got more than half of its body inside this like flesh wall.
Okay, not knowing what else to do, I guess I would bonus action giant might and try to pull this spider out.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me a strength save.
Uh, 2, 18.
I'm gonna roll against that. Oh man, I rolled terrible. So you begin, you plant your foot on the wall and grab this piece of this creature's carapace and begin pulling. And because it's like movement is 0, Blade kind of slowed it down. It slowly begins, you know, retreating from the wall as you begin pulling this creature back. And if you pull back hard enough, you see this creature has created quite the hole in this flesh wall. But you have returned your platform to where its previous place, and with Blade's help and it not having any movement, at least for the time being, it does not seem to be escaping. So that would be your action to kind of rest this creature from the hole it has burrowed in this flesh wall.
Would I know if this creature can speak any languages or
Go ahead and give me a history or religion check. I'll say with advantage because you've got the literature.
uh, 21?
Anything north of 20, you would realize that this is actually a very intelligent creature and it speaks both infernal and abyssal. It is more of a demon, fiend, devil situation than it is an actual spider. Its form has been mutated and cursed, but it is essentially a devil.
I am going to hold my radiant flaring mace at it, and I'm going to say, in Infernal, get us the fuck out of here, or I am going to bash your skull and throw you to the corpses.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
21.
You see what you can kind of assume is fear in its many eyes as it looks back to the wall that you just peeled it from and then back to you.
It's my turn.
All right. Moving on down. Ooh, 99. The acid flows 99 feet as the gets much, much closer here. Let's see, what's that? Yeah, so it's 103 feet away as the acid continues to rise. It actually consumes the crawlers once more, gives them a bit of a push, and then after the acid rises, the crawlers come crawling out of it with a vengeance. They move an additional 60 feet. So now they are roughly 40 feet from the platform below you, and as they continue to climb, the spider can't really move. It will call out. It will speak in abyssal to you, Locris, and it will proclaim, "Through the wall, or we all die."
I will share that with the party.
That being said, back to the top of the round. Renwick, you are up.
And just so I heard that right, he said through the wall. Yes.
Correct. And he also has just been rested out of a rather large hole. With I'll say on his turn he could have taken a bit of movement. We'll move you guys 5 feet closer to the acid, but you are now level with this hole. So you're going to be the acid is actually 98 feet away, but you're level with this very large hole, and it looks like he just burrowed through flesh. Like it's bleeding down into this acid by quite a lot. He looks to have cut through some fatty and sinewy layers. He has made pretty good headway in this flesh.
Oh yeah. Renwick just looks back at the group and says, "Well, we didn't come all this way to die in some fucking stomach acid." And he'll try to push through the hole.
Okay, as you make your way through this crude sphincter, go ahead and give me, we'll call it a strength save, as you try to force your way through this wounded flesh.
You said strength save.
Correct.
Okay. Any chance that being a halfling helps here? I'm much smaller, so I could squeeze into a much smaller sphincter.
Maybe if you weren't the first one to go through, it's still a virgin sphincter.
Hey man, you gotta tease it a little bit. Start small, work your way up. Oh, that's a nat one, but halfling
Oh my gosh.
for 17.
I'm gonna say 17's enough. You know, you kind of lead the way with your rapier, and you force your way through this like blood and guts and gore type of situation. I need you to immediately give me also a dexterity saving throw as you force your way through this bloodied sphincter.
Oh, now it's bloodied. Even better.
Oh yeah.
That's a 29 though.
As you kind of break through to the other side, you are hanging on what appears to be like a massive earthworm. It goes higher into the sky than you can see and farther down to the ground than you can see, and it is a raging storm just pelting with like hard rain and strong winds. It takes quite a bit of gusto to hold on to the outside of this creature during this raging, roiling storm, and the creature wiggles, and red lightning cracks in the distance, and you get a brief kind of light to view the world around you with. Not only is this a massive storm, but due to the lightning, you can see that you are in like a forest of these worms. Some of them are miles apart, but there are dozens of them going up into God knows what and down into you're not sure. But you're just hanging on the outside of this worm as a storm just batters you.
And I'll use the remainder of my movement to force my way back through the sphincter and let the party know that we should just take the stomach acid.
I was not expecting that.
Um, no, so how are you counting moving through the sphincter? Was that just movement? Do I have an action or anything
I'm
left?
gonna say forcing your way through the sphincter was the action. You still have movement and a bonus action.
Okay. Um, I guess it's a question of would you allow a bonus action to like interact with something from my pack? Like, could I pull out a rope and try to like push one end of the rope through the sphincter so I could try to pull the next person through?
Absolutely. Yeah, easily done. You've got rope in your inventory. You're an adventurer. You know what's up, and yeah, you plunge this rope from one side back through.
And yeah, you guys just see this like little basically like Renwick pushes his way through the sphincter and then you just see like a thumbs up stick back through and then all of a sudden the hand pops away and a rope sticks back out. I guess that'll be my turn.
All right, moving on down to Logos. That's pretty much the only thing that has changed is the spider has moved to be level with the hole it created, and you watched Renwick just kind of force his way through muscle and sinew and blood. And as he disappears shortly after, his fist clutching a rope reappears and he deposits it. You're not sure if that means like grab the rope, let's go, or shit, I've tied myself to a rope, pull me out of here. You don't know.
Seeing that Renwick's,
I did give a thumbs
usually,
up.
yeah,
Oh, to be fair, yeah, okay, thumbs up.
full on Terminator back in the butthole. Uh, Logus will take his action to climb up the rope and through the tight little button there.
I'm gonna say, go ahead and give me a strength save. With Renwick's help, you can have advantage.
A strength save? Why do I have such a high strength save? Jesus. Advantage not needed. That's a nat 20 for a total of 26.
you you plunge through. You don't even take Renwick's rope. You just kind of barrel through the flesh and gore yourself. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save as you make your way outside of this flesh wall. The storm is roiling, red lightning cracks off in the distance. You see dozens of these gigantic worm creatures sprawling all over the landscape, and the storm just beats you with rain.
Is this one with advantage or regular?
I'll say this one's going to be regular. Renwick helped you through, but yeah, you're going to have to grab on by
All right.
yourself.
I rolled an 11.
Oof. With an 11 Renwick, you see Logos kind of barrel through the same route you did, and as he comes out into the storm, he does not have your quick reflexes and strong grip. Logos is blown off out into the storm.
God damn it. I heard that while I was taking a puff from my damn vape, and that fucked me up.
Is there any chance I could use my reaction to try to like grab his hand or like whip the rope toward him or
All you
anything
hear
to
is
help?
bye as I'm taking through the wind.
I'll
Remember
say
me.
it, I'll allow you to use your reaction to make an attempt to grab Logos with the rope, but you are going to have to make another dexterity save to hold on to the worm.
We're both gonna be sucked off, dude.
No, I'm gonna take my chances with that. Renwick definitely would.
All
He
right.
wouldn't let you just get blown off like that. So that's
Oh,
gonna
what would
You
be
you
Dakota
already
do?
have a rope you are technically utilizing, so you're equipped for maybe a quick action.
all right. So you want a dex save to see if I can hold on, and then from there, is it like a different save to or like check to see if I can catch him?
No, I'm gonna say, give me. I will allow a ranged attack or an acrobatics check to see if you can't hit Logos's armor class.
Oh, fucking done deal. Uh,
Yeah, I got low armor. It should be easy.
25 on the acrobatics check.
Kind of done, with the rope as a pivot. You leap out despite Logos being blown off into the storm. You grab Logos at the last second, and both of you slam into the wall. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
I like to think you like throw the rope and it just ties around my neck.
Like, I'm gonna save you, but it's gonna hurt. And then dexterity save 29.
Okay, you are stable. Logos, Renwick's quick moving and abilities have given you another opportunity to clutch the wall. Go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw.
This is gonna be so fucking funny, dude. If you do all that and I just still fuck it. I rolled on that one.
Yeah. No, you fucking
I rolled
didn't.
on that one.
Oh, I'm not doing that again. Sean's not
Oh
gonna allow
shit.
me to do that again.
No,
He knows my
I rolled on
bonuses are
that
too high
one.
now.
That's
You're
funny.
fucked, buddy. This is how we lose you.
I like the fucking dude.
Unfortunately, if you recall, the sweet taste of apple and honey, your next critical failure becomes a critical success, and you clutch the
Oh,
wall.
dude, I'm crying. I'm so happy. That's so awesome. Fucking shit.
I'm sorry, remind me what the fuck caused that?
And I was drinking, we were drinking with the succubuses, and me and Blade took a drink of that beer,
Oh.
and every next
Andy.
critical fail became a success. That's
Yeah,
fucking
the
amazing, dude.
black sticky like beer shit we got at the bar
Oh,
when we
that is
first got
fucking
there.
amazing. It
Dude,
was
you're
good.
so fucking lucky. You would
I'm
have been
legit.
done.
Oh, I'm legit fucking tears in my eyes. That was amazing.
Renwick for sure saved your arse.
Oh shit. I don't even know what to say now. Now I just grabbed the wall. Fuck it.
I'm gonna say the first one was a standard action. The second one was the bonus action, and the process of getting thrown into the storm and then yoinked back to the wall is gonna be your movement. So you're fucked.
Yeah, I feel like
I
you
am
you get blown
okay.
off the worm and Renwick jumps off there and like wraps the rope around your fucking neck and he swings back and he like grabs onto the worm and you come swinging down just below him and you slam into the worm and you bounce off for a second and then you slam back into it and stabilize and he just looks down and he's like slides down and just cradles your head under like one arm like you're a baby and he's like, "Shh, I got you. I got you."
I almost died. Like that gif. I almost died.
All right, moving on down. Gladier, you are up.
Oh, okay. um, so I don't know any of that just happened. Uh,
I'm gonna say with Renwick and Logos passing through this like flesh wall, there is now like a small hole. It's like it looks like it is slowly healing itself, but currently you can see through this flesh wall and see that there's like this massive storm. That there's like dozens of these worm creatures that are ginormous, so big you can't really see the full scope of them, neither tall or low. But you no longer really have to force yourself out of the flesh wall, but you know that there is you can see it. The storm is just ripping by, and it just snatched Logos out the hole. If it wasn't for Renwick, he would be lost. So you know you have to brace yourself for a storm. So tell me how you proceed.
all right, yeah. So Gladier's just gonna turn to Locust and Blade and just be like, "All right, I guess we're going through. Get ready for a rough ride." And he's just, I mean, even though sure it's a slightly bigger hole, but Gladier's a little bit bigger than Logus, so he's just gonna try and barrel through the entry that they've made. um, and I mean, it'll probably be easier for Locust and Blade to come after him. He's gonna make some room, but yeah, he's gonna push through and follow Renwick and Logus.
Yeah, you definitely break through a larger portion, so now the hole is going to be easier for your comrades. A thick armor-bound dragonborn tends to make quite the puncture wound. As you break through, though, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as this fierce winds and rain kind of batter you, and you make an attempt to cling to the outside of this worm.
Oh god, dexterity save. Okay, this is not good. No, it's a +6. 17?
Logus and Renwick, you watch as Gladier loses his footing and is blown off into the storm.
Oh, fuck, 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 fuck.
Well, for fuck's sake. I've already used my reaction. Your only hope is if Logus uses his reaction now.
Logan sees Gladier and just bye.
same deal. You can use your reaction to make an attempt to save Gladier, but you're going to have to remake
God,
that
dude, I've been
deck
rolling
save.
like dog shit, dude. Fuck it. If Bladier dies, I die. All right. What do you need from me?
Your
I'll use
call.
your ranged attack.
Your call. You can make a ranged attack. Potentially throwing a rope to Gladier, or you can make an acrobatics check to leap to him.
I will use a ranged attack because it's pretty hefty.
All right, you find a portion of the rope that is not being used, and you whip it towards Gladier as he's blown off the side of this worm.
I rolled a 31 to hit.
I think that'll hit his armor class for sure. You manage to get your flailing comrade a rope, which kind of centers him. He swings back towards this worm and crashes into it. Both of you give me dexterity saving throws to hold on to the worm.
Oh,
Oh,
God, please. Thank you, Jesus. 24.
You hold firm.
okay.
See ya, Glady.
14?
Gladier, though he's like 20 feet below you due to the use of the rope, he slams into the worm and falls. He falls beyond your vision. The storm is raging. You can no longer see him.
I fall?
Gladier, you sail through the air. Nothing but wind and rain rushing all around you. You cannot make heads or tails of anything, almost like a thick fog that you're falling through as the wind blows and the stinging rain.
Oh. Okay, but do I still have any like can I do anything while I'm flying through the air?
I'm going to say standard action to punch through. I'm going to say probably movement to get on the rope and get back. So you would still have like a bonus action if there's anything you could do with that.
Okay. 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 Do I have any fucking uh I'm trying to see if I have any spells that could like maybe potentially prevent some damage from my inevitable fall into doom. Oh, that's against attacks. Shield of Faith is just fucking
I mean, you could try to
AC.
mitigate the damage as much because as long as you're in one piece, we can bring you back.
Yeah, I just don't have much. The only thing I really have that protects against damage is Shanks. It's Sanctuary. Sanctuary, which is only against attacks, and Shield of Faith, which only raises my AC. So that's not really gonna do anything for me.
One could argue this is the ground attacking you.
um, yeah, I think there's nothing I could. There's literally nothing I can do. I'm just falling through open air. I don't have any spells to save me. I don't think I have any feats that can help me. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah. No, I think all right, yeah, so Glader just I think there's that initial moment of panic, and maybe after about like 5 to 10, maybe 15 20 seconds, however long. I don't know how long I'm falling. But after some moment of panic, he just kind of, I don't know, I guess just accepts his inevitable fate.
Okay, okay. We'll get to that.
And yeah, he just
Okay.
takes a deep breath and I guess just calm washes over him. And he's just like, all right, it's been a good ride.
Excellent. All right. As Gladiator is blown off into the storm, Blade, you are up. Still on this platform, Spider, now equal with this hole you have seen your comrades punch through to the outside of this worm beast creature. A raging storm outside, but an acidy pit ever rising inside. So tell me how you proceed.
Oh God. Um. So can I like walk up? Is like can I actually like walk up to the hole now and like kind of look through and see the storm?
Yeah, you can walk up to the hole in relative safely. It's almost like a small tunnel in this like flesh wall. Though it is squirting blood and slowly repairing itself, you see just this wild storm. You see these massive worm creatures off in the distance with this red lightning bolts that seem to crack off, and the storm is exceptionally powerful, like hurricane force winds. The rain is beating down, and yeah, you know that Renwick and Logos have seemed to cling to the outside of this hole, but you no sign of Gladier.
Can I like gauge from like the two of them that Gladier's fallen down or something's happened to him? Obviously.
I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
say
he
you're
did.
pretty. You watched Gladier get sucked out the hole, just like you watched Logos also got sucked out the hole, and he's still around, but Gladier does not seem to be.
Okay. Um. I guess I am going to um make my way out of the hole and try to like cling on to the side like the rest of the group.
Okay, as you kick your leg over and try to grab on, this worm is moving, and it is definitely almost a bit slimy, but it's like fat almost. It's got, you can definitely get a good grip. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw to brace yourself against the wind.
24?
Oh, nice, very nice. Yeah, you managed to get out of this hole and find a good foot and handhold. And though the storm is beating down upon you, you, Renwick, and Logos all cling to the outside of this giant worm. And yeah, I'll say that is probably your standard action. So you still have a bit of movement and a bonus action if you'd like.
So this worm um or thing that we're on, are we like can I get like a visual like how big is this thing?
Gargantuan. As you look up, through the storm, it is you do not see the top of it, and as you look down through the storm, you do not see the bottom of it. I mean, granted, it's kind of a thick fog and this high winds and beating rain, so it's kind of hard to see, and it does block your vision after so far. But as far as you can tell, there's a couple hundred yards either way, and you don't see the top or bottom of this creature.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna stay put. See what happens.
All right, moving on down, bottom of the round. Locris, you are up. You've seen all of your comrades get through this hole, and a few of them have managed to stick around.
All right. I am going to throw the spider demon down into the acid,
Okay, yeah, give me.
and then,
You want to make it like a shove attack to push him down?
well, I don't know, was he still stunned?
He actually had 165 hit points, so he didn't get stunned, but his speed was reduced to 0. And then I rolled a natural 1 on the Constitution save, so he still has 0 movement, but he's not stunned.
Yeah, I'll try a shove attack.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Uh, 29.
Yeah, that'll do it. I'll say with a decent shove attack, the creature loses its footing and plummets down to the acid with a big splash. It rights itself and grips the wall and begins, trying to skitter up. But a bunch of these hands seem to emerge from the acid and grab on, and they begin calling out all manner of things: meat, jewelry, gold. And they hold it in place and try to pull it under.
And Locris thinks to himself, and Locris was going to jump. And then I'll charge through the hole.
Okay, I'm going to say go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, nat 19 plus 2, 21.
As you come barreling out of the hole that your comrades have created, you begin to slip, but you find purchase. You grab on, find a decent hand and foothold in this beating rain and hurricane force winds as you guys just kind of cling for dear life to the outside of this worm in this wild storm. Again, lightning bolts cracking off in the distance. You can see that, placed roughly a mile apart in every direction you can see, there's another one of these worms. They're in like a forest of them. You can't see either end, to the sky or to the bottom. You don't know what they're doing or where they're going. And I think that is where we are going to have to put a bookmark in our tale, fellas.
I
Damn.
think next session we should all come back with one thing we'll miss most about Gladiator.
Not, you know what? We have one hell of a memorial we could throw for Gladier using his money that I have.
No.
Do you have his sister's potion too, or was that on him?
I'd say that's probably still on him.
All right, Gladiator, what the fuck, bro? That was funny.
Yeah, you with that bad.
It's not my fault entirely. The dice just hate me.
You should have fucked the succubuses, man.
Yeah, it worked good.
I
I mean, do we
drank
know
the
you're
beer.
like dead, or are you like pretty fucked and maybe not completely dead?
Depends how high he's falling, because
I
I
don't
think
know.
at a certain point,
I'm just in
It
open air
depends.
right now.
It depends on how Sean decided to write this thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
But
know he's falling into a pit of lava or like a fucking pit of like broken glass or something fucked
I mean, I drank the beer. I just didn't roll a natural one. So
up. Right?
it was just a regular fail.
Ah, it's fucking funny, dude. You have the worst luck ever. Like everything bad happens to Gladiator. Poor guy.
I know. Next campaign, I'm going to have the luckiest character ever. No, I'm not. That's a fucking lie.
You might as well just be a halfling next character. Just to
Dakota's
show
gonna
up
Honestly,
have
today.
to send who was that you made? Fortuna the fortune teller or
Oh, I had
Felonious.
a yeah, Felonius. He was I think he was a wizard or a sorcerer, but he was based on like devotion to the luck goddess, and his whole build was built around luck and giving people luck, and he basically like had dementia and was just fumbling his way through shit.
you should send that bill to Gladiator.
yeah, I'll do a wizard with what is it called? Portent or something like that, where you can roll a die at the beginning of the session and save that for later.
Oh yeah.
That
You get
is
the
pretty
lucky
sick. Yeah.
feat.
Yeah.
Is it Dunamancy or some shit like that?
Uh,
Hey, you now have that critical role
yeah,
content.
yeah. I'll just make an entire build around the luck.
That sounds
So
awesome though. That'd be fun.
it'll be like what's it called, Domino from Marvel.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. I
I
had
mean,
originally planned when I wrote all this to episode 100 was supposed to be the finale. So you guys,
Ah,
I figure depending on choices you guys make, we're only 3 to 5 sessions out, fellas. You know, I couldn't quite wrap it up in
God,
100. I tried to do it with 100 and a bow, but didn't. You know, we got off the rails a few times. So
a few times.
okay, there's been no rails actually.
Mhm.
I don't know. It still might be 100 for Gladiator.
Oh, oh no.
You know what's funny is that Sean chose to leave you in suspense with what's happening with your character for a week.
Yeah, it's can I even play next week? What's next Wednesday? Oh no, I'm good next Wednesday. Okay, at least I'm not like busy next Wednesday, so I don't have to wait 2 weeks.
I think I'm feeling sick now for next Wednesday just to prolong your suffering.
Keep them in
It'll
suspense.
kill you. I
I
mean,
might be sick next Wednesday. I'll let y'all know.
we'll play without you. I'm just
We'll just throw Logos in the storm and say fuck it.
Later rides an air current, an updraft all the way up and drop kicks Logus off the edge of the worm.
You wish you were that cool.
Yeah, I do. I'm not.
Just immediately brought back to earth. Oh, fuck. Sorry, buddy. I really hope you're not dead because that would suck.
That's okay. It's been a. If he is dead, it is what it is. Dice tell a story. He had a good run. I made it almost the entire campaign. If he's not dead, that's awesome too.
I think Locris becoming fuck butter was probably the first true death we had.
Yeah, we've had like drop to zero unconscious rolling death saves, but I don't think we've had like dead before Smoker sacrificed himself for a
Where you
blood
had
orgy.
to fucking
That's not true. I
put
killed
him back together.
Bokers's weird zombie friend.
Technically, they would be part of the party as minions of Locust.
You guys don't know. I might have killed all Daanal Wisech by now. Maybe everybody's gonna.
We just come back to a barren wasteland.
To save the world, but at what cost?
Like Glader won't come back. You guys will go back.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here. Keep in touch, man. Let's do this crazy thing again soon.
Sounds
All
good,
right, catch
fellas.
y'all later.
See y'all
Good
next week.
session,
y'all.
boys. Good luck,
Bye.
Alec.
Yeah.